Evening, everybody. Icy here. A couple of quick things I'm going to bring up and I'll let you go. I'm going to try and make this one real quick. First off, people in this country need to start paying attention to what Chinese immigrants are doing in this country. Now, I have a lot of friends that are Chinese. We've known each other for years, but I also know that there's been a increased influx of Chinese illegals coming into the country. I also know of two communist Chinese police stations that were actually shut down, that were set up in Chinatown in New York City. I've also heard unconfirmed reports that every Chinatown that you find within the United States is populated with several members of the Chinese military and their spy agencies. So it's really time to start paying attention. And the reason why I'm bringing this up right now is because the recent shooting at the University of North Carolina appears to have been done by a person of Chinese ancestry. I've seen the mugshot, but they're not giving out his name or details, so I'm just going to say this is suspected Chinese ancestry at the time. I also know that currently, for the last year or so, 13 people have been charged with espionage here within the United States, many of whom are linked to the Chinese Communist government, and several of the Chinese intelligence officers were also arrested. And one of them just recently was sentenced to 20 years in prison. I also remember just a month or so ago, we had the two Chinese ancestry U.S. Navy sailors that were caught spying upon the U.S. military. So, I mean, it's escalating more than people seem to realize, because the way the media portrays everything, they don't put things into context so everybody can understand. They don't want to, offend their Chinese masters, because the Chinese are pumping a lot of money into the mainstream media like MSNBC, CNN, and ABC, CBS, NBC. So we got that going on. And let's add to the wonderful joy that this current Biden administration is honoring the American people with, is they are now talking about this so-called new strain of COVID and the possibility of reinstituting mask and shot mandates. It's awfully suspicious that they're doing all this just before the election again. Think about it. If they say mask mandate, shot mandate, that means you're going to tell people to be isolated, don't go outside. They're going to pump a lot of mysterious information into the airwaves in the hopes that people be stupid enough to believe them and then stay home. This will allow the massive use of unconfirmed votes being dumped on different polling places and places where they count the votes. Last time they had, 200, I believe it was, 200 ballots that were dropped off, and the person that was investigating them thought it was suspicious that the handwriting on all 200 was exactly the same handwriting. So, I can't confirm nor deny that there's corruption going on within the voting system. I know that in the old days when we had remember the old pull machine with you click the little levers and then all they did was count the numbers on the back of the machine. That was the safest way to vote, other than showing a voter ID with your, like in Europe and Asia, they actually put a thumbprint or an index fingerprint on the sheet that they drop off paper-wise. So they vote in person, they vote with a voter ID, they put their signature as well as their fingerprint on the ballot to ensure that it is a legit vote and only a citizen can vote. This is going on in just about every single country in the world except the United States. So you have to ask yourself this: why is it that this country is so dead set against having the citizens have a voter ID? It's simple. It's easier to cheat at the polling places and counting votes if you don't need to confirm that the people voting are citizens. It's that simple. And it's that deadly. Right now, we are facing an influx of communist propaganda, pro-communist media personalities, pro-communist elected officials, pro-communist judges, which are not elected normally, and pro-communist educators brainwashing and indoctrinating our children. And on top of that, these same pro-communist people are so-called progressive, and they're saying, oh, well, a guy can be a girl can be a guy, and, this person can take a shower in the locker room with your daughter, all that other crap, It comes down to this, and I'm going to make it very simple for these transgenders that are listening to this video, and there's no way you can dispute it. And you say all the time, follow the science. Okay, let's follow the science. If you have testicles and a penis, you're a male. If you have a uterus and ovaries, you're a female. Case closed. Get your head out of your ass, grow up, quit trying to be something you're not. Icy out.